In the previous lesson, we introduced compound meter and covered the nuances of its subdivision and beat hierarchy. To really understand the nature between simple and compound meter, though, we will study simple compound transitions and explore tuplets. We'll start with looking at a couple of bars in 2/4 and transition to a couple bars of 6/8. Note that 2/4 and 6/8 have identical 2-beat patterns, and that the rhythm values transition from single beat notes, quarters in 2/4, to eighth notes, then eighth notes in compound meter, and finally back to single beat notes, dotted quarters in 6/8. There are two ways to actualize this. The first is keeping the beat value the same, and is notated like this. In other words, this marking indicates that the upcoming dotted quarter note will receive the same value as the previous quarter note. Some publishers will notate this in reverse, but the concept is the same. Listen to what it sounds like when we speak this rhythm pattern while conducting. I will add a small click to each beat so you can hear the eighth beat within the rhythm. Notice that the speed of the beat never changed, but the eighth notes sound faster in 6/8, as we now have to fit 3 of them per beat as opposed to 2. This can have a powerful effect in composition, as the listener will suddenly feel that the internal rhythm has changed, not only in speed, but to a strong, weak, strong subgrouping without changing the heartbeat of the music. The tempo stays the same, but the forward-moving energy of the rhythm increases. Here's what it might sound like with some harmonic and melodic context. I can also actualize this in reverse. Here is the same line of rhythm rewritten for compound to simple meter. Here's what it sounds like actualized with spoken rhythm. Notice that the beat did not change, but this time the internal rhythm seems to have relaxed. Let's take a look at the other mode of transition, in which our eighth note values remain constant. It's written like this. Listen to the spoken actualization. Note how this time the beat slowed down when we transitioned to compound meter, because now there are 3 eighth notes per beat. Here it is again, and with some melodic and harmonic context. The heartbeat of the music has changed, which can be a powerful compositional tool, while the internal rhythm stayed constant. Let's also listen to it in reverse. Note how now the beat speeds up without disturbing the internal rhythm. Here it is with some melodic and harmonic context. Lastly, let's take a look at changing the internal rhythm without disrupting the beat. Rather than switching the compound meter to create a 3-note subgroup, we'll use tuplets. In simple meter, we simply write a 3 above the beam, sometimes bracketed and italicized by most publishers, indicating that we should simply fit 3 notes evenly into the space of 2. It would sound like this. I can continue in this manner and create quintuplets, sextuplets, or even heptuplets, which would sound like this. I can also use tuplets in compound meter to create 2 or 4 note groups, called duplets and quadruplets, in addition to irregular groupings like quintuplets and heptuplets.